We live in an age of madness. The suits in Brussels and the regulators in Washington have decided that cars should be silent. They have looked at one of the greatest inventions in human history and they have said, you know what this needs? Less soul. And I am done with it. I am done sitting in press launches being handed a glass of warm water, while some engineer explains how their new electric crossover makes zero compromises. Zero compromises. You know what else makes zero compromises? A park bench. Because here, behind my head, in a car that costs $250,000, sits a naturally aspirated 5.2-liter V10 engine that screams to 8,700 RPM, with a mechanical fury that doesn't just wake the neighbors, it wakes something deep inside your chest that you forgot was even there. Before we hear the last symphony of this 10-cylinder orchestra, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and check the links in the description for the best products to keep your own pride and joy in mint condition. Now, let us talk about what this car actually is, because I think a lot of people underestimate it. The Audi R8 is not some weekend toy for men going through a midlife crisis, although it is absolutely perfect for that too. This is what the industry calls the everyday supercar. You can drive it to the office on a Tuesday morning, park it sensibly, collect your dry cleaning, pick up the children, and feel completely, utterly normal. And then on the way home, you press a button, the exhaust opens up like the gates of automotive heaven, and suddenly you are not a middle-aged person with a mortgage and a problematic knee. You are a god, a racing god, on a public road, in a car that costs around $250,000 in this final edition specification. And the primary reason, this car transforms mere mortals into deities is that engine, the 5.2-liter V10, naturally aspirated, no turbochargers, no superchargers, no artificial assistance of any kind. Just 10 cylinders, breathing air, burning fuel, and producing 602 horsepower at 8,700 RPM. 8,700, that is not a number. That is a statement. Most family saloons run out of breath at 6,000. This car is just getting started at 6,000. It is still singing, still climbing, still screaming all the way to the top, like it simply refuses to accept the concept of a rev limiter. And here is the detail that kills me every single time I think about it. This engine, right here, behind the seats of this Audi, is the same fundamental unit that powers the Lamborghini Huracan. Let that sink in. You are buying a Lamborghini engine with Audi reliability, an Audi build quality, and Audi sat-nav that actually works. It is, without any shadow of a doubt, one of the greatest mechanical bargains in the history of the automobile. Now, the technical people among you will want to know about the dry sump lubrication system, and rightly so, because this is not a detail, this is a philosophy. Dry sump lubrication means the oil does not slosh around under hard cornering. It means this engine can be pushed absolutely mercilessly through corners, over crests, under braking, and it will never ever starve of oil. It is the difference between a road car and a racing car, and the R8 is both. Then there is the Quattro, the legendary all-wheel drive system that Audi has been perfecting since 1980. In the R8, it works with a rear bias setup, meaning most of the time you feel like a rear-wheel drive hero, but the moment the split second that physics tries to make a fool of you, all four wheels grab the road and save your dignity. It is the world's greatest invisible safety net. And with the mid-engine layout, keeping the weight perfectly balanced between the axles, the whole thing handles with a precision that makes you feel invincible. And then there is the virtual cockpit, that gorgeous fully digital instrument cluster that puts every single piece of information you could possibly want directly in front of your eyes. Lap times, navigation, engine data. It is a fighter jet dashboard fitted into a road car. And when you are sitting there, roof down, V10 screaming behind your head, staring at 8,700 RPM climbing toward you on that digital display, I promise you nothing else in the world exists. Not your emails, not your meetings, not the electric future that everyone keeps telling you is inevitable. Nothing. Just you, the road, and the most magnificent engine Audi has ever built. This is the everyday supercar. This is the car that made an entire generation fall in love with the Audi brand. And this is its final edition. Now, the roof, or rather, the glorious, beautiful, magnificent lack of one. Because you see, Audi gave you a choice with the R8. You could have the coupe, with its fixed roof and its slightly more sensible, slightly more composed, slightly more responsible character. And the coupe is a wonderful thing, it truly is. But buying the coupe when the Spider exists is like ordering a glass of tap water when someone has just placed a bottle of 1962 Bordeaux on the table in front of you. It makes no sense. It is an act of automotive self-sabotage. And I will not stand for it. The Spider has a soft top, a fabric roof that folds away in just 20 seconds at speeds of up to 31 miles per hour, which means you can be sitting in traffic, feeling the first warmth of a summer morning, and simply press a button, and just like that, the sky opens up above you. And what comes rushing in is not just fresh air, it is everything: the wind, the temperature, the smell of the road, the sounds of the world around you. And most importantly, most gloriously, most magnificently, the sound of that V10, now completely unfiltered, completely unobstructed, pouring directly into your ears like the greatest audio system ever engineered by the hand of man. Because here is the truth that no car review will ever fully capture in words. A naturally aspirated V10, heard from inside a closed cabin, is extraordinary. But a naturally aspirated V10, heard with no roof above your head, at full throttle, at 8,700 RPM, on an open road, is a religious experience. I am not being dramatic, I am being precise. There is a frequency, a pitch, a howl that this engine produces somewhere above 7,000 revs that bypasses your brain entirely and speaks directly to something older and more primitive inside you. Something that was there long before electric cars, long before turbocharged engines, long before any of the modern nonsense we have been asked to accept as progress. And the carbon ceramic brakes. Oh, the carbon ceramic brakes. You press that pedal and the whole universe stops. Not slows down, stops. The kind of braking force that compresses your eyeballs slightly and makes you genuinely grateful that your seatbelt was properly fastened. These are not brakes for commuting. These are brakes for people who take corners seriously, for people who understand that going fast and stopping fast are two sides of the exact same coin. The mechanical soul of this car is present in every single interaction. The steering has weight, real, honest, communicative weight that tells you exactly what the front tires are doing at all times. The gearbox, the 7-speed S-tronic, fires off shifts with a violence that snaps your head back slightly on each upchange. And the exhaust, in dynamic mode, produces a crackle on the overrun that is so loud, so sharp, so utterly antisocial that I once triggered a car alarm in a hotel car park simply by lifting off the throttle, and I felt absolutely no remorse whatsoever. Now, let us talk about the future, because the R8 Final Edition is not just a car, it is a document, a historical record, a fossilized piece of automotive amber that has captured, perfectly and permanently, the absolute peak of what a naturally aspirated mid-engine supercar can be. Audi has confirmed it. This is the end. There will be no more R8s with combustion engines. The next chapter, if there is one, will be electric. And that is their choice to make. But what they have done with this final edition is something remarkable. They have looked at everything they know, everything they have learned across 2 full generations of this car, and they have poured every last drop of it into this last hurrah. The paint options are unique to this edition. The badging is unique, the interior detailing is unique, and the price, somewhere in the region of $250,000, will seem in 20 years like the bargain of the century, because this car will be a classic. Not in the vague, hopeful way that people say things like that. In the absolute, certain, already written in the history books way. Future generations will stand in front of this car in museums and auction houses and private collections, and they will say, that is the one that had the V10, the real one, the last one, and its value will reflect every single decibel of that engine that the world chose to silence. I have driven a great many cars in my life. Fast cars, slow cars, beautiful cars, hideous cars, cars that changed me and cars that I have already forgotten. But the Audi R8 Spider V10 Performance Quattro Final Edition sits in a category that very few machines have ever earned. It is not just fast, it is not just beautiful, it is not just technically remarkable, with its dry sump lubrication and its mid-engine layout and its quattro grip and its carbon ceramic brakes and its virtual cockpit and its 602 horsepower of naturally aspirated fury. It is all of those things simultaneously, wrapped in a body that looks like it was designed by someone who genuinely, deeply, passionately loves the automobile. And it has a mechanical soul, a real one, the kind that no software update can replicate and no battery pack can replace. If you want to keep the spirit of internal combustion alive, do not forget to subscribe and check the links in the description for my top recommended products. And on that bombshell, it is time to go. Until next video, see you soon.